It's your boy, back again, making videos. Nobody's watching anyways. But, you know what? It's still good information. For sure. Today, we'll start off with a couple corrections from the last one. For some reason, I kept saying that $200 billion instead of $2 billion was staked away or whatever, put away on Shiba Swap. It was $2 billion in 2 days, 3 days, something like that. And then I said Hex had a $1 billion market cap. It has a $14 billion market cap. It's just still down at 200 instead of being around like 15, where that amount of market cap usually is, around 15 or so, because it doesn't do a huge amount of daily volume. The money that is put into it stays into it, so it don't have to do hundreds of millions of dollars a day. It can get away with doing $3, $4, $5, $10 million a day because all the money stays into it. And I said Litecoin was in the top 5. That was way off. It's like 14, 15. And once again, at 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to shave my face. As slow as this shit's going, I'm sure it's not going to not shave my face until then. 10,000 subscribers, $1,000 coin giveaway. Today I have some really good information. Like I said, certain percentage, Bitcoin, Ethereum, large cap, small cap, DeFi. Well, I'm going to be giving you more small cap and DeFi coins than the large cap, just because the large cap's more expensive. You get to your quota a lot faster. Actually, I found it's hard to put all the ones I want large cap wise into my portfolio because they're so expensive. It is what it is. You gotta pick and choose unless you have an endless amount of money. But link to Coinbase down below. Sign up with Coinbase with that link. You get a free $10 worth of Bitcoin. Coinbase is the gold standard for centralized exchanges. It just is. It's the one that's never in trouble. Binance is always in trouble for something. But get right into these, and then I'm going to talk about a few things that are big that I would stay away from right now and give some reasons for that too. The first one that I'm going to talk about, it's called Axie. Axie, it's a gaming platform on the Ethereum blockchain. It's actually a really cool idea. What they do is, it's a lot like a Pokemon or something like that. You build your character. You can either be plant-based, water-based, something. You can be bug-based. Like I said, it's a lot like a Pokemon type game, but there's hundreds of different bodies and arms and different things to choose from. It's a 3x3 battling platform. But what's really cool about it is, like, you use the coins to buy things on the game, and then you can earn coins by doing certain things in the game. And they actually put out a second coin. It's called Small Love Potion, and it's used to upgrade and on the game. I know you battle. I know you try to basically reproduce or have babies, and those turn into more Axies. But I mean, it's just blown up recently. It went from like $7 to $18. It's sitting at about $1 billion market cap. I'm personally about to buy it. But I want to wait until a couple few red days in a row. Even though it keeps running, and you start to get that puckered up feeling that, oh man, I need to buy it because it's not going to stop. It'll stop and it'll come back down. It went from $7 to $18. I would love to get it around $12. I'll buy it at 14. But it's just been blowing up recently. And it's not only been growing substantially, but on top of that, like I said, it's on the Ethereum platform or blockchain. They're getting ready to launch the version that's going to be on the Binance blockchain too. So it's going to double in size. I wouldn't be surprised over the next couple years if it went from 1 billion to somewhere between $4 and $8 billion market cap, maybe even more. It's growing huge. Number 2 is Stratus. Stratus is its own blockchain, its own technology. It's got a lot of the same stuff that Ethereum has, that Bitcoin has. You know what I mean? You can do your smart contracts and build tokens and stuff off of it. You can stake with it. You can lend. You can borrow. The main reason why I say Stratus is it's blowing up right now too. It's not growing as fast as Axie is, but the technology behind it must be pretty damn good. It's starting to be adopted by like major companies. Number one, Microsoft, Ledger's using it. Changely's using it, their technology. Changely is a exchange platform or exchange. That's actually where you can buy it as well, is off of Changely. With some of these coins, especially your small cap, your DeFi, it gets a little more difficult to buy them. You have to put in a little more effort. You got to figure out where they're sold. You got to sign up for that exchange. You got to put in a little more work, but you know what? There's a lot more meat on the bone. Substantially more. Like, once something gets on Binance or gets on Coinbase, most of the money has already been made. There's still plenty of money to be made, but there's zero chance of putting in a couple $100 and making 100,000. Like, at least without waiting 30 years. Like, there's a coin I just found, and I'm not going to push it because I think it's really risky. Coin I just found the other day, they were $17 a piece when I bought them. I just bought a couple of them. I spent $35. They're worth $200 a piece right now, and they're sitting at a $16 million market cap. Over the next couple weeks, it could very easily hit a $100 million market cap the way it's growing. If that happens, those are $1,000 coins. I'm waiting on that. That's what I'm waiting on. I told everybody, pick your number where you want to take profit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait to see if it can get to $1,000. If it gets to $1,000, I'm going to sell off one of them, get my $1,000 out of it. I'll spend it on something that's more large cap, more stable. I'm going to build that portfolio too. And I've been building my large cap portfolio off of gains that I've gotten from my small cap in my DeFi portfolio. I've been doing really well at that. With Baby Doge first came out. So far with my Baby Doge that I got when it first came out, I bought Polkadot, I bought 1inch, I bought that coin that I'm just talking about, and with that money, plus I still have a decent amount of my baby Doge. Like, I'm still got a good, I don't think it's a long-term, like, great investment or whatever, but I've already made over $1,000 worth of other coins off of it. Plus, I'm still got my baby Doge. If it grows, I've already made a profit. If it nosedives tomorrow, I've got Polkadot I bought with it. I got 1inch I bought with it, and I've got another DeFi coin I bought with it. So that's what I'm going to do with that coin. Once it gets to $1,000 a piece, which it grew from $17 to $200 in like a day and a half. It's growing rapidly, and where it has less than 100,000 and it's deflationary, if it gets to $100 million market cap, which is a small market cap, they're $1,000 a piece. I'm selling one off. I'm going to buy probably some more hex with it, and then I'm going to keep the other one. If it bombs from there, it bombs from there. I don't care. I already made $1,000 off of it. And if it grows, it grows. If it makes it to $1 billion market cap, that's a $10,000 coin. Then I'll sell off another half of it and only have a half of one. That's my plan on that. Number 3, I want to talk about eCash. eCash just came out. And what it is Bitcoin Cash ABC. But they're rebranding it and they're switching it. Basically, they're giving you, if you already have Bitcoin Cash ABC, they're giving you $1 million. It's either $1 million or 100,000 eCash coins for every one you have. Basically, it's going to go. The price went from, they were $28 a piece to now they cost like 1/100,000th of a penny. So $100 gets you a huge amount of them. $100 gets you a huge amount of them. And what they did is they rebranded it, and they want to make basically it was the bastard of Bitcoin. It was the one that nobody wanted, nobody talked about. It never grew very much from where it started. And they're rebranding it, and they're making it more of, okay, you can buy a bunch of these, and they're going to make it more of a payment system where Bitcoin's other coins are more of an asset that you buy. It's kind of like buying a home. Buying Bitcoin is not like having cash in the bank. It's like having a piece of property, flat out. But the eCash, this makes basically where they put out so many of them, they're going to make that sort of like the cash, the payment system of Bitcoin Cash. And I think it's a really good idea. And if it don't work out, it's not going to go down much further. Put in $100. A couple years down the road, if it's still only worth $100, and it's still only worth $100. If it's worth $50, it's worth $50. So what? If you hold $100 for 2 years, it's not worth $100 anymore. It don't drop 50%, but it'll drop close to 5%. I think that is one worth taking a runner on. The next one is called Real Fever. It is soccer based. It is digital gaming and NFTs for soccer teams. It's fantasy soccer football. They do fantasy soccer football. They've already got like 2.5 million people that's downloaded it. And they do NFTs where you can buy images of your favorite players and whatnot. And they have a lot of those type of things right now, especially with NFTs being so huge. And I'm not huge into the NFT thing. I think I'm going to wait until that shakes out a little more and figure out how that's really going to play out, because there's just too many NFTs, based tokens, and some things just people are spending crazy amounts of money on that I think just aren't going to be worth that down the road. But this one has basically the sports gaming backing it up, And why I'm bullish on this one is, number one, it's growing really fast. I think that's another one that you might want to watch the price. Maybe wait for it to come down a little bit before you buy it. That's what I'm going to do. But it's got some really big leagues, and like it's got Premier League, and some of your biggest European leagues are involved in the Real Fever website and then the coin behind it. So I think it's got a lot of room to grow. I think you buy they're running at, or it's on the Binance Smart Chain. Put $100 into it, hold on to it for a couple years. If it grows, it grows. If it don't, it don't. It's not going to go down very much. I think it's going to grow. I think it's going to grow quite a bit. If it don't do nothing in a couple years, I mean, switch that money into something else. Last one I'm going to talk about is called Ether Lite. It is another hard fork, just like the Bitcoin Cash ABC, which is turned into eCash, and just like Dash off of Litecoin, this is a hard fork off of Ethereum. It's brand new out. It don't even have a market cap yet. I mean, it does, but it's not even been calculated and posted yet. It's literally 8 cents. It's another one you can put $100 into, couple $100 into. It's an Ethereum based token. It's not on the ERC20 blockchain because it is a hard fork. It's kind of like Ethereum Classic, but it's brand new out. It's only 8 cents, and it's running at $321 million volume, daily cash volume. So I think it's going to grow. And I think over the next 4 to 5 years, that 8 cent coin could very well be $100 coin in 5 years. It's another one. So what? A couple years down the road, it done absolutely nothing. This one I would give a little more time. This one, like a couple years down the road, and it's only 50 cents or whatever. It's going to be one of the ones that runs flat, and then just spikes and goes crazy. And then it'll run down, and then a year later it'll spike again and go crazy. I would be very surprised if that's not a $50 coin in 5 years. It's running at 8 cents. Put $100, $200 into it. That means for every 8 cents you spent, 5 years down the road, that 8 cents is worth $50. Once again, this is a long game. There's money to be made. If you're willing to sacrifice a little bit, you know what I mean? Don't buy so much clothes or shoes or hats or expensive food and put that money into this. It's a little bit of sacrifice. I think there's real money to be made. I know there is. I've been playing at this for a couple months. And I'm going to talk a little bit about this, but I said I wouldn't. But I'm going to say it just because I want the people around me to, you know what I mean? If you've got questions, call me. If you want help and you know me, like you got my phone number. If you want help or you want information or any of that stuff, just call me. Like, I'll talk you through why I think this is such a good idea. And like, I want the people around me in my atmosphere to make money. The less financially stable you are, the more wealthy people make off of you. The poorer you are, or the less money you have, the more you're worth and the more you're ripped off for your entire life. Let's stop it. Let's put some money in the bank, some real money in the bank over the next 5-10 years. Let's do it. If you have questions, call me. I will help you build a portfolio. I will come over. I will walk you through how to use DeFi, how to use wallets, how to set up your exchanges, how to do any questions, call me. I want everybody to start making money. And I truly believe over the next 10 years, this is where the money's at. And Bitcoin is about to stop running sometime soon. I think it's going to run again one more time before the end of this bull run. I think it's going to go back up. I think it's actually going to drop down. I think Bitcoin's going to wind up going down somewhere between 20 and 25,000. And then I think it's going to shoot up again. And then it's going to stop running for 3 to 4 years. It's going to stay stable and consolidate and run sideways for 3 to 4 years. That doesn't mean there isn't money to make in cryptocurrencies. That's why you need to learn DeFi. That's why you need to learn about small cap. That's where the money is to be made in between the bull runs. When you're waiting on your Cardanos to pop. When you're waiting on your Litecoins to pop. When you're waiting on your Bitcoin and Ethereum to pop. Because they will run again. It might take 2, 3, 4 years before it happens, but they will run again. In between then, there's plenty of money to be made. Once again, this video is way too long. I don't know how to get myself to stop talking about it to make short videos. Coinbase, down below. Click on the link, set it up. $5 or $10 worth of Bitcoin. Shave face at 1,000. 1,000 coins at 10,000. I'm sorry. If you know me and you think I halfway like your ass and you want to learn about this stuff, I've spent hours upon hours upon hours researching this. Every single day I'm researching this. Call me. I'll walk you through it. Let's make some money. Peace. Van Moose, son of a...